My name's Maresa Ness and I'm the Chief Executive of Mosaic Clubhouse, a mental health charity based in Brixton. My first brush with mental health services came when I was 16. In my early 20s I had a particularly brutalising experience as an inpatient in a mental health hospital. It was at that point that I decided that if anything was going to change, I had to get inside the system and change it myself. That was my brilliant moment. I was the first Maudsley patient ever to be allowed to train as a Maudsley nurse, and in the 30 years I spent in the NHS, I went from staff nurse to Chief Operating Officer and Deputy Chief Executive in a large mental health trust in London. Along the way, I met the most inspiring professor of psychiatry, and in 1994 he told me that what the people of Lambeth needed was a clubhouse. At that point in time, Lambeth was experiencing 6 times the national average of psychosis and was known as the psychosis capital of the world. What makes Clubhouse different? It's an international movement governed by 36 recovery standards, and every single thing that we need to do to run the service, we do side by side. No one's called a patient. No one is treated in any other way. It's deliberately understaffed so that everything we ask people to do, we genuinely need them to do. So you'll find us doing the petty cash, running reception, running the cafe, producing board papers together, everything together. When people are given a diagnosis of a serious mental health condition, it's a devastating experience. Unlike cancer, where the NHS wraps a recovery journey around you, you're often left alone, and often professionals tell you that you'll never do anything again. What then follows is self-stigmatisation, isolation, poor housing, poverty, very low self-esteem, and most crushing of all is the isolation. When you ask people with mental health problems what is it they want exactly what you and I want. They want friends, a job, a reason to get out of bed in the morning. They want to feel that they've contributed, and that's exactly what we do. So you come to Clubhouse, you feel valued, you feel wanted, your self-esteem rises, and most important of all, we've proved over the years that we can get people back into education and employment. The reason that this has meant so much to me is because back 20 years ago when I started on this journey, I wanted to make things different for people experiencing mental health problems. What I've seen the Clubhouse model do is to change people's experiences, and that's given me hope for the future. I've been associated with the charity for over 20 years. I've been working there now for 2 years as Chief Executive. Every single day I see the difference that we make to people's lives. It means that no longer do people feel despair and isolation, and it also means that I've come full circle. I decided I wanted to make a difference, and I think in a very small way I did.